Guys, welcome to the Wednesday at Cardone University, Cardone On Demand Mastermind call. My name's Steve Spray. I come to you live every single Wednesday. Every Wednesday we're doing this every single week of the year. Okay, 52 weeks we come here and we drop in information about sales and how to be successful in your business using Cardone University and using the Cardone On Demand program. So guys, what we're going to do today, we're going to be talking about how to apply pressure. We want to make sure that you're doing it persistently and professionally. Okay, one of the biggest challenges for most people is that, dude, they don't know how to do it, or maybe they're scared to apply pressure because they think it's the wrong thing when in fact, look, if you know how to do it the right way, if you know how to be successful with it, because most of you have unbelievable products, a great service, and it would only make sense to apply pressure to be able to have more people winning with your product. So what we're going to talk about today is how to do that professionally, right? So that way you're not doing it in the wrong way. Guys, if you want to call in, I'm answering all types of questions today. The phones are already blowing up. So if you guys want to call in, the number is 305-865-8668. Call in. Let me see what you got, man. I want to handle some problems today, okay? I want you guys to call me with any type of challenge that you have. I'll handle it. But, particularly we're talking about providing pressure to close a deal, okay? So I always start this show off every single week with people who are doing well. And, we get flooded in every day. We get so many people who are successful with the program. They're doing really well. And they went to CardoneUniversity.com. And really one of the biggest reasons why they want to do this is because they want the advantage of having Grant Cardone as their trainer, their mentor every single day. And this is an unbelievable way to do it because most people have smartphones, tablets, computers, and that's how they're doing business. And that's how we were able to put Grant Cardone right inside your phones, right? So a company that we started working with, this group up in Michigan, they're called Michigan Truck, right? Doing unbelievable. So these guys, I think they're a smaller group, and what they typically do is they sell, right around 15 or 16 trucks per month. And, I think they got a high grossing product. They do really well. But when they came to us, they said, hey, look, we're obviously, we want to get better. We know the window of opportunity is open right now. We want to make sure that our people are doing really well, that they're not practicing on customers. And we said, well, you know what? We got the perfect solution. It's called CardoneUniversity.com. So we hooked them up, and they've only been on our program for 30 days, right? So they've been on our program for 30 days, right? They typically do the 16 units per month. Currently, what they're at today, they're actually at 19 sold, and they've got another 12 in delivery to go before the end of the month. That's it's almost 100% increase in sales. Okay, so guys, you're a salesperson, you're a company, you're a business, you're doing 100% increase in the first 30 days. Okay, that's what we're doing. I get that type of success story coming in every single week. So if you guys aren't having that type of success, give us a call into the show. That way we can teach you how to use Cardone University to be successful. And if you don't have Cardone University, go to CardoneU.com and just get set up with the access right there. So guys, if you want to call in to 305-865-8668. What we're going to talk about today, because it's end of the year, right? Everybody's trying to figure out, not only is it the end of the month where people are trying to scramble and worry about how do I get deals in. It's end of the year, so there's a lot more pressure on. And, a lot of salespeople have been told, hey, look, man, applying pressure is a bad thing. You grow up, most people say, hey, don't pressure anybody. I don't want to be pressured. You hear that a lot, right? And so if you know how to do it professionally, if you know how to be a great salesperson, like a great salesperson never hears, hey, don't pressure me. Okay. I never hear that on a call. I just leaned in on a guy probably 15 minutes ago for something he didn't want to give me. And I could tell that he had never been asked the question that I asked him before, and guess what? He ended up giving me what I wanted. And so, but I knew how to do it. I knew how to ask for the right information. I knew how to get what I wanted. And that's because I've been using Cardone University every single day, doing 6 segments of training and, using this program to help me learn how to get better in the particular areas that I need help with. So if you guys want to call in, we're going to handle any type of objection, problem, challenge that you have. I'm going to go ahead and take a caller right now. It looks like I got Matchy from Florida. Matchy, how are you?
Hey, Steve, I'm great. How are you?
Dude, I'm doing unbelievable today. Hey, before we get started, man, I want to ask you, have you picked up your ticket to the 10X Growth Conference?
I have not. I have not.
Do you know who's going to be there?
Absolutely.
My man, my man. So let me ask you this. When was the last time you went to a growth conference that had that type of juice, that type of power to, give you some data and information to help 10X your business?
Great question. To be honest, never. And I'm dying to go. I was hoping to. I'm trying to get my boss. I'm about to get a raise at my job, but instead I'm trying to talk the boss into hooking me up with the lifetime access on Cardone U. And I know Uncle G was super nice handing out the tickets with the purchase of the lifetime Cardone U. I think he did that for about a week or two. I missed that opportunity.
He was, man. Hey, let me ask you this. If you're, do you think your boss would pay for you to have some one-on-one time with Grant Cardone?
Great question. Possibly. I just started here about 2 months ago, so I'm still feeling out, but I'm doing pretty damn good. Thanks to you guys.
Good, man. Good.
So
what type
it's
of business
very
are you in? What type of business is that?
High-end outdoor living store. High-end furniture store.
Oh, dude, that's
for
awesome.
Outdoors.
What do you guys gross per copy? Like, what's your average transaction size?
It depends. I just started here 2 months ago, which is a slow season for us, but average 10,000 per transaction.
Good. So $10,000 average transaction. How many of those transactions do you think you guys do per day?
Between all the stores, man, it's hard to tell just because.
If you had to guess, what would it be?
For us.
If you threw a number out there.
On every day, I would say, man, since I started here, maybe like one or two.
One or two per day. So at least 30 per month, probably more like 45. Right?
Yeah,
so for half
of
what you guys sell your product for every single day, your company could buy you time with Grant Cardone. Okay, we've got a deal right now. It's a one-on-one session with Grant Cardone. We had a lot of people who said, hey, look, man, dude, what do I need to do to pay for one-on-one time with Grant Cardone? Okay, so for half of what you sell one of your products for, you could spend time with Grant Cardone. And here's what we're going to do right now because we decided to throw in a deal for you. So for the $49.95, you're going to be able to get a one-on-one session with Grant here in Miami. And you're in Florida, so it's not too far for you. Okay, it'd be worth it if you had to travel anyways. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to give you lifetime access to the Cardone University. So for half of what you can sell one of your pieces of furniture for, and you guys sell 30 or 40 of these per month, right? And what this would be able to do is help get you not to selling just one or two per day, but maybe getting you an extra one, two, maybe an extra three per week. A bonus to be able to have something to train with every day. That way you don't have to practice on those high-end customers because, dude, those guys are hard to deal with, right? So let me ask you this. So if you took this to your boss and you said, hey, look, man, would you pay for me to have some one-on-one time with the number one sales trainer in the entire world? What's he going to say?
I think he would say yes.
My man. We're going to get your information, man. That way we can get you. But I know you had a question. I want to answer that too.
Definitely.
So what is it? How can I help you out?
All right. Yes. I actually called you right when I started, which was 2 months ago. You probably don't remember. But the main objection, I'm calling about the objection. I love the topic that you're doing today, which, we're trying to create a little more pressure or urgency into the sale. But the main thing that I'm getting, and I'm seeing some watching everyone else, the main objections I'm getting from people is I got to go home and measure after knowing the right product and being pretty certain that it's going to fit at their house. But I just don't know how do I overcome that in a smooth way, where I don't choke them up and I don't choke myself up in the deal.
Yeah, great question, man. And I definitely remember you calling in, man. I got a freaking...
Yeah, because you're Steve, man.
I'll remember, bro. I remember. So, guys, look, John, I want you to show my computer screen. That way, when I show Matchy how to handle this particular situation, everybody knows how to do it. So, inside Cardone University, your Cardone On Demand program, look, we're right here inside theory of closing. Remember I talked to you guys about, look, stop trying to go straight to the strategy when you don't understand the theory yet. right? Like get this material down so well that way when you hear Grant talking about, hey, say this or do that, or when a customer tells you to, that they need to wait or think about it, or they're giving you one of the objections, dude, you pick up on it a lot quicker because you actually understand what's going on, right? And so what you want to go through, Matchy, is you want to go through all this material inside here. And so if you're doing 6 segments per day, look, you're going to be able to knock this content out. That way you can go through it, learn and understand what's happening in the close. I can't stress this enough each week about understand the theory first. Understand this first. That way you can move into the strategy piece next. Because if you don't know all the reasons that closers fail or any of that, because your problem could just be sitting inside here, inside the 10 reasons closers fail. And so, the number 2 reason that all closers fail is that, look, they perceive pressure as a bad thing, right? So that's why we're talking about this today. And so you've got all these other reasons, but look, if you don't know them and if you don't understand, then it's going to be a challenge. And so what happens is Grant talks to you about understanding what's going on, understanding how you might fail, and then, hey, what are the rules? What do I need to know before I move into the words to say, the strategies, right? And so that's where you're going to find that material. So what you want to do right now, Matchy, is you want to think about this. Number 1, urgency is more mental than anything, right? You agree with that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So the urgency thing is more mental than anything. And so I want you guys to write that down if you're taking notes at home. Urgency, it's more of a mental thing, right? So we need to help build this up, right? So the first thing we want to do is we want to identify the why. We just want to handle the why. Like, why'd you come here today, right? So we probably figured that out inside the fact finding, right? And so typically, Matchy, like these people, this is what I want you to think about, dude. This guy, they're coming to get new furniture. Are these typically new home buyers, or are these people who, they're just trying to change out their sofa because they've had the same one for 10 years?
Most of the high-end ones that are coming in spending like $40K, they're the new buyers. I mean, for the new home. So basically, I would say 50-50, but the high rollers are definitely in the new construction zone.
Okay, good. So, identify the why. Why today? Dude, I just bought a place. I need a couch, right? So this is where you can start using the why. Like, hey, sir, totally understand you want to go home and measure this thing first, right? I'm gonna use the first rule of selling, which is agreement. Hey, now what I would suggest is you definitely go home and measure it, okay? But let's go ahead and get this thing wrapped up. I mean, it seems like you like it. I mean, other than you need to go home and measure this thing out to make sure it fits perfectly, would there be any other reason you wouldn't pick this up today? Right? Because you guys aren't even going to deliver it that hour, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, good. So what I'm going to do, man, is I'm just going to, what you want to do is you want to go inside the closing strategies. There's a close in there where Grant talks about, hey, look, just write the deal up and contingency that, there may be, there may be something that's holding them back, or what you want to do is just write it up and just say, hey, look, assuming that it fits and assuming that this is going to be a perfect fit for your brand new condo here in South Miami, would there be any other reason why you wouldn't do this? No, we're definitely going to do it. If it fits, we're good. Excellent. Why don't I suggest this? Why don't we go ahead and write it up? Okay, because we're going to have to get this set up with my movers anyways. You run home, you measure it. If you call me back in the next hour, it doesn't fit, look, we'll rip this thing up. We'll get you a new one.
I got you. So have them sign right there on the spot?
Yeah, well, what that's probably going to do, I mean, what do you think that they're going to do whenever you say that? Because I'll tell you what's going to happen. They're either going to say, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, or they're going to give you the unspoken objection.
Or they're going to give you the unspoken objection, man. See, you've been listening, man. You've been training. So this is where you really want to find out, like, hey, what's the real deal? Well, I need to make sure that, it matches the, the blah, blah, blah. And like, dude, okay, now all of a sudden you've like uncovered all this stuff that like you didn't even know 10 minutes ago that was freaking blocking you from the deal. Right. And so that's what you want to do. So the urgency factor, I mean, it's all in the head. You got to build it up, man. Hey, dude, look, guys, you need this right now. Look, my intention is to get this thing sitting in your brand new condo today. Okay. I'm going to commit to it and figure it out later. Maybe I know that I can't even do that. Right. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to suggest, hey, I'm going to tell them up front. I'm going to tell them, hey, my intention today is to make sure that we get you the perfect piece of furniture, and we're actually going to sit this in your brand new condo today. Okay, you guys are going to be able to enjoy the luxury the luxury furniture that we have here in the comfort of your own home by tonight. Okay, that's going to be my goal. Now, what I want to do is figure out what brings you in today. Why today? Right? And then I start moving into my deal, start moving into the sales process, right? But I want to set the intention up front, and then we're going to move through. So does that help you out right there? I mean, does that handle a question of, maybe just kind of like transition into that next piece?
Yeah. No, that's what I did. I did the fact finding, and just at the end, I just gotta grow some balls, and I know I've heard you guys do that before. I believe actually on the first call you told me a similar answer, so I just gotta stick to my guns and practice and rehearse in my drill it out and spit it out.
Yeah.
Before they walk out the door.
Yeah. So hey, look, what you want to do, man, is you want to do this. You want to get, number one, the one-on-one coaching with Grant, right? So if you purchase that, I mean, how many more deals do you think you could pick up if you were hitting it all cylinders every single month?
Oh my God, dude!
Is that one a week? Is that one a week?
Yeah.
What type of commission do you get on that deal?
Wait, say that again. You cut out.
What type of commission do you get on that deal? Okay, one deal.
It depends.
If you had to guess an average, what is it?
Per transaction, I don't know. It could be $500. Could be $1,000.
Good. So if I got you an extra $2,000 per month, another $24,000 per year, okay, would it make sense to invest in a one-on-one session with Grant Cardone and give you something that you can train on every single day? Okay, would you spend $5,000 to make another $24,000 this year?
Absolutely. Hell yeah.
My man. Natalie's going to get your information, man. We're going to get y'all hooked up. So appreciate you calling in today.
Steve.
Appreciate that. Guys, I'm going to take another caller. So I got another guy calling in right now. Dude, this is the most hyped guy that I know. His name's the Shane Train. Shane, what's happening, man? How you doing?
What's up, big dog? Steve, man, you're a beast, man. I'll say a couple things quick, man. One is, you know me, I'm always moving. I'm in my car, and I want to tell everyone that I was at a car dealer. I'm a car buyer, right? I have an insurance agency. And I called 3 dealers 2 days ago and said, I'm buying a car tonight. And 2 of them laughed at me. I'm talking Mercedes-Benz dealers, okay? And the other one took me serious. And, they had Cardone University. I went down to Owens Mills, Maryland, and they were amazing. Treated us like kings, bought the car, walked out same day, and my wife got a Mercedes yesterday.
Oh, nice, dude. That's awesome, man. Our clients always do really well. Our clients do really well. You want to know why? Because they're covering themselves up with things that help them be successful. That way they don't have to practice on customers, man. Just like you trying to go in there, a guy just trying to get a brand new Mercedes, So, hey, you're in the car business, right?
Yeah, I do insurance, man. I'm a big car buyer. I buy a lot of cars.
Oh, my man.
Yeah,
Hey, Shane, have you bought tickets to the 10X Growth Conference?
I'm not going down there yet. I'm trying to figure it out. But
Hey, dude, how much longer do you want to put your success on hold? Shane.
I don't put mine. I want to be down there speaking. Tell Grant to bring me down, dude. Say, we need the Shane Train. I'll come down there and speak. I'll be the surprise guy. Get me down there, brother. Let's do this.
Let's do it, dude. Let's do it, man. Hey, but you gotta have a ticket to get in the door, dude. How are you gonna speak if you don't have a ticket?
I'm going to tell you how the ticket is. I should be your premier sponsor. Imagine, Grant, you guys, me sponsoring the Shane Train every night.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be awesome, man. That'd be awesome, man. Let's try to figure that out. But hey, look, do you have a question today? How can I help you out, man? How can I help you explode in your business?
My question is how do you stay at the top? How do you keep closing hard every day and be hungry every day?
Well, that's a great question, man. Number one, dude, I got to be training every single day. I got to have information in what I'm doing every single day that's going to help get me to that next level. It's got to be like a reminder, right? Even though I've seen this material. So, guys, there's 2 major barriers to learning. The first one kills everybody, okay? It's that you think you already know. And just because you've went through something, just because you've been in your business for 2 or 3 years, just because you went through and read 1 sales book or 5 sales books or 10 sales books, dude, the biggest barrier to learning for you is that you think you already know. So like in my office, dude, we're always looking at, hey, where can we get better? How can I get better at what I do every single day? And then we take Cardone University because what Grant did was he put everything into the university that would suggest that, hey, here's everything you need to know how to be a successful salesperson. And then I'm going back and I'm actually tweaking every single thing I'm doing all the time. Okay. You know, Kobe Bryant, when he played basketball, guy spends 2 hours a week doing fingertip drills. Okay. You think I have the type of success I have because I'm not doing what Kobe Bryant does in my industry? Okay, that's how you guys get successful. But I'm not just stopping right there, man. I'm doing everything. So guys, look, if you're thinking about going to the 10X Growth Conference, we already sold out 50% of the seats. We've had this thing, barely advertised for maybe like a week or two. And it's going to sell out, guys. So getting around the right people who are doing the right things, who are going to tell you, hey, here's how we're successful. This is how you get successful in your business, right? So learning those different types of tricks, that's what we're going to be talking about at the 10X Growth Conference. So guys, maybe a couple different things. So I covered this when I was on the call with Matchy. So building urgency. The urgency thing is it's all mental, right? It's mostly mental. So number one, I want you guys to do this. This is the first tip. Write this down. And when building urgency, you want to handle the why. Handle the why, right? And so this is what you should be figuring out when you're inside the fact finding. Why now? Why today? Why this product? Why are we on the phone? Why did you take the appointment? Why did you spend 20 seconds with me? They did it for something. I need to find out why, that way I can handle it. That's going to be the first step in being able to identify how I handle and actually build urgency. And guys, so this is all inside CardoneUniversity.com. It's inside the theory of closing the deal. There's a whole program that actually talks about how to be successful in just the close, completely separate from selling. John, you see it. Some guys, they're good at selling. Other guys, they're good at closing. Some people, they just got a relentless follow-up. Dude, when you can start stacking all that information together, getting really good, all of a sudden, man, now you're the Kobe Bryant of your industry. I know you're a Kobe guy. So the other thing that you guys want to do is, look, next thing, you want to solve the problem. So when Grant talks about this, and he talked about this, even if you've read some of his books, like the Closer Survival Guide, if you read that book, more importantly, he teaches all this inside the theory of closing about the only reason people buy anything is to solve a problem. So you got to be able to solve the problem. So you got to handle the why, solve the problem, and then the third thing. Okay, I'm gonna handle the third thing. We're gonna handle that when I come back. I'm actually gonna answer a question from Carter in Pennsylvania. If you guys want to call in, guys, call in to 305-865-8668. Carter, what's happening?
Hi, how you doing? I have a question for you.
Oh, man, I appreciate you calling in, dude. I'm doing real good. What can we help you out with this week?
I have a little trouble with feeling like I inconvenience people when I try to talk to them about, or trying to gain a sale through business. One of my business is doing cold calls, and I have difficulties, feeling like I'm inconveniencing them. Is there something you can tell me about that?
Right. Yeah, definitely. I mean, what type of product are you selling?
Well, mostly focus on buying properties from real estate that are, having difficulty getting sold, or they're underwater. Whatever I can to try to make a deal out of it, I can profit.
Do they already have their property up for sale, or is this something that you're like calling saying, "Hey, man, I would be willing to buy your property"?
It's half and half. I usually go on Craigslist to talk to people and say, hey, I'll sell your property for sale. I'll buy for this price if you're okay with it.
Excellent. Well, hey, man, dude, Carter, I appreciate you calling in to ask me that. Guys, look, if you guys want to call in, these are the types of questions that we're going to handle. So I'm going to teach Carter how to do this. If you guys want to call in, it's 305-865-8668, okay? So if you guys want to call in, I'm going to handle a question like this. So, Carter, what you want to use is you want to make sure that you get your pitch right. Like, how many people do you think wake up every day and they're like, dude, I hope somebody calls to offer me a number on my property?
Probably all of them.
Yeah, well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't think anybody does. Like, I don't. So that's not like something I'm thinking about. Like, so at some point, man, you got to inconvenience somebody. But, dude, you got a great product, man. Like, your product is that you can purchase somebody's home for a good price, get them out of it. That way they can get into something different, or they can do something different. Most people want to do that, but they don't know if they're upside down, stuck, whatever. That's why guys like you come along and can help them out, right? So what I want you to do is I want you to do this. John, if you show my screen, I'm going to show everybody where to go, where I'm going to actually handle this problem for Carter and show him how to do it. So CardoneUniversity.com is where you want to go. You go to master the cold call. If you guys are on Cardone On Demand, Okay, this material is inside your full curriculum. Okay, it's called Master the Cold Call. Now, the only reason you would think that you're inconveniencing somebody is because you don't know. Okay, the only reason you think that applying pressure is a bad thing is because there's something that you do not know, right? So this is where I'm telling you guys, look, you got to be able to get good at this. This is where you got to be able to get your pitch down. You got to get it tight because you are going to feel like you are inconveniencing them if you don't know how to do it properly, right? Because you sound unprofessional. You know, you sound like you're not that sold on your product or like what you can do. That way they're like, oh, dude, what? God, why are you calling me? You know, like, so if you guys get that, then, you know, there's something that you're missing. There's something that you don't know. So Carter, here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to CardoneUniversity.com. I want you to go back through all the Master the Cold Call material, right? But I want you to start using these word tracks here because you need to use what they give you or use what you think, right? So I'm going to use that. If that's a problem that I think's happening all the time, I'm going to call them up and I'm going to say, hey, Carter, this is Steve from Grant Cardone's office. Look, I know you didn't expect this phone call. Okay, but the reason for my call is that I think I could purchase your property for a considerable amount. Let me ask you, have you ever thought about getting out of the property that you're in now or looking to get a significant premium to today's market at the top of the market for your home, right? Whatever the little buzzword is you want to use right there, whatever you're pitching, that big claim, you can throw it in. But I want you to do is use the objection that you think that they're going to have, right? So what I use at the beginning of that. Hey, Carter, I know that you didn't expect this phone call. Okay. And I know it's the middle of the day on a Wednesday. Okay. But the reason for my call, and I'm glad I got you on the phone right now, actually, is because, and then go into your deal. You're going to learn how to do all this inside Master the Cold Call. So Grant talks about how to handle the objections, right? So whatever objection you get moving forward from there, but you got to set the deal up, right? You got to get into communication with the customer, right? They're going to tell you that they're not interested, or they're going to tell you that, you know, dude, we're not selling our property, you know? So how do you handle that? How do you handle that? If you guys don't have Cardone University, then you're not going to know how to do it. You're not going to be prepared to handle it, right? And so, Carter, I appreciate you giving a call in. Guys, if you want to call in, these are the types of challenges, the problems that we're having. So I'd love to hear what you're having in your business. And, you know, so this goes back to 6 segments every single day. 6 segments every single day because you need to understand what's going on with the customers. Because if you understand more about what's going on with the customers, if you understand more about, hey, what am I going to be able to use to get into actual communication with this guy? Because I know I can buy his property. I know that I got a great deal that I can actually help him out with. And I just need to get a couple minutes of time to explain myself. Then, dude, you need to get your pitch right. You need to get your pitch down. You need to be able to understand, hey, what type of objections am I going to even run into when I call this guy? And so this is why, look, you know, we had people calling up. They wanted to do one thing. They said, hey, look, we want Grant Cardone's time. We want the one-on-one with Grant Cardone. You know, when we started talking about, hey, it's available. You can buy it. It's $5,000 with the deal. You know, we typically charge $10,000 for something like that. So you guys can actually do it right now. We're running a deal. Okay, it's a one-on-one session with Grant Cardone for $5,000. Okay, you do it here in Miami. And then what we're going to do on top of that, because Grant always overpromises, he always over-delivers, he's going to give you lifetime access to the Cardone University program. That way you can take what you learned from Grant, and then you can go back and you can apply everything, but actually begin to stack on top all the information that you're going to learn inside Cardone University forever. So if you're going to be in business forever, you need a lifetime program. So I'm going to take a caller, Nick from Ohio, and when we come back, we're going to talk about the third thing that you need to do to build urgency. Nick, how's it going?
Hello, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing real good, man. What can I help you out with today?
So, I'm 21 years old. I'm in college now. I just bought the Cardone University. So, I'm a junior. I play basketball here in school, but I have a company that I just started, a business, and it's not a joke or anything. I'm about to drop out of school for it, but so it deals with counterfeiting, if you know, and I do not know how to get into companies. I've had tons of people say they want to invest in it and help me out, but I don't want to just take a ton of money, but I want to be able to get into these companies. I'm not sure how to contact these big companies.
So you're trying to cold call companies and sell them your product, right?
Yeah, my service, yep.
Got it. The first thing that I would do for you too, because like you started off your whole deal doing what everybody your age does, and it's killing you guys. Dude, Like, you told me that you were 21 years old. Like, dude, I don't know. Like, are you bragging or are you complaining? Like, I don't know what that means. Like, it doesn't matter to me, right?
No. I say I'm 21 years old. Yeah, I'm ready to go.
I know. Okay, good, man. I'm good. I'm good. But I hear that all the time. I hear people talk about, well, I'm 21 or I'm 23 or I'm 19 or I'm doing this. And then like, well, I'm still in college. Like, dude, who cares? You know, like, dude, you need to call up with some authority, dude. The way that you guys build urgency, man, is that you bring it, you know, like you actually bring a posture of, hey, dude, I'm the man. I'm able to help you out. Look, this is what I have. This is my product. Like, dude, you need to bring the heat whenever you talk about yourself, your product, and what you do. So you said you were on Cardone University, right? Nick,
I just got it last week.
My man, dude. So you're doing all the right stuff. You're doing all the right stuff. What you need to do now is you need to like learn how, and this is what we talk about. So like even in sales process, it talks about the greeting. It talks about, you know, the posture. It talks about like, dude, how do I actually bring some altitude to my deal, especially when I'm only freaking 19 years old. Most people that are 21 years old, most people I'm calling are like 45, 50. They've been running these companies. Now, let me ask you this. What companies are you looking to call to sell your product to?
It can range from any companies out there that have issues online, from
Good.
Fitbit to Nike.com. The thing is, once I get in the door, I know it's over. I know I got them. All I need to do is get in the door.
How many of these have you sold?
I haven't. No, it's not a selling or anything. I just got this down to where companies, the investment, the money wise. Now, once I go to these companies, it's basically a commission. I'm an agent basically working for them.
Got it. Right. So that's what you need to do, dude. You need to get your pitch down. So you need to understand what's going on. So, you know, 6 segments every single day inside Cardone University. Like, dude, you did the right thing by investing in the program. And, you know, it's something that you're going to be able to build and like stack over time. So what I would do too is if I were you, dude, amp it up a little bit, you know, like, you know, here's the questions you guys want to ask yourself. Like, how long do you want to wait? You know, like,
sorry, say it.
What I'm asking, and I'm asking everybody this generally, like, how long do you want to wait? Like, how good do you want to get at this thing? Like, you're not limited to the 6 segments. You guys have the lifetime access. Dude, do 12. Like, learn, like, you know, jam this in every single day, dude. Make a phone call, learn and listen to it, record it, figure out, hey, look, what went wrong on that call, and then go back to the program. That way you can come back and like debrief what happened. So here's what I would do if I were you. Number 1, go through selling basics, go through understanding the buyer. I would start with those things. And then I would work on master the cold call. That way you can learn how to get your pitch right. And then I would make a list of all the companies in your area that you want to work, or all the companies that you want to work, and work 50 at a time. So, you know, you need to set the expectation. You'll learn this inside the cold call training of what the expectation would look like to really, you know, get in the door of a company like that. Because they're probably not, you know, the CEO of Nike is probably not just going to pick the phone up and be like, oh my God, Nick from Ohio.
Yeah.
Oh my God, dude, I've been waiting. I just wrote freaking Shoe Dog, and I've been waiting for you to give me a call. You know, so like, dude, guys, get your expectation down. But if your pitch isn't right, like, you know, you're gonna have a low probability. So Nick, man, hey, appreciate you giving a call in. And hey, are you coming down here in Florida to the 10X Growth Conference?
Hell yeah, I'll be there.
Have you already bought a ticket?
I bought the Cardone University when it was with the free ticket.
You got it? My man, dude. Now, this guy right here, he's 21 years old, dude. I think, you know, I asked him, I said, hey, man, you complaining or you bragging, dude? I think the guy's bragging. I think he's bragging. He's like, dude, I'm 21 years old.
Tell Mr. Cardone I'm coming for him.
Dude, my man. All right. I appreciate it. All right, I got another caller. But what I want to do is I want to talk about the third thing. So, guys, look, handle the why. When you're building urgency, handle the why. Like, why now? Look, if you can handle that, you can start to increase, you know, the certainty in why that they're going to do this. And then number 2, look, solve the problem. Solve the problem that you can, what your product does for that customer. And then the third thing, provide a relief, right? So when you provide the relief where it's like, oh my God, that thing solves my problem, and dude, it solves my why, right? Like, might build a little bit of urgency in what you're doing right now. So those are the 3 things that I wanted you guys to take away. That's what you're going to learn inside Theory of Closing inside Cardone University. I'm going to take LC from New Orleans. LC, how's it going?
Hey, Steve, what's going on? How you doing today?
Dude, I'm doing really good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. First and foremost, I want to do is go ahead and thank you. Actually, you convinced me to purchase this about 3 years ago.
Dude, is this LC Kasside. Is that how you say your last name, bud?
That's correct.
Dude, I sold you 3 years ago. I still remember that, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Absolutely, man.
And what's been happening since you've been on the Cardone University program?
Oh man, nothing but pure success, man. Actually, if you recall when we talked, when I originally signed up, man, I was down to my last few bucks, man. Ever since then, man, turned my life around.
I remember, man, and I remember, and I applied some pressure because I knew it would be the right thing for you, LC, my man. But how can I help you out today?
All right, man. So basically what I did was this, man. I actually went ahead, did really good in sales. I mean, I went from a 10-car guy to 20 plus per month. I mean, numbers went through the roof. I actually got promoted to a company actually here at Honda, so I got, I'm actually their finance manager now here. So the one thing I really want to go ahead and ask you is this: what do you do? Because now I basically sell like gap policies, extended warranty policies, and stuff like that. The only thing, one of the main things that I come into as far as selling an extended warranty to a client at times that I get, well, not really too necessary with the product that you sell. It's so good. It's such a reliable thing. The dependency on it is so freaking awesome. What would be the best advice to go ahead and, let's say, with the sales process as far as getting a customer to want to go ahead and purchase like an extended coverage on a vehicle, which in their mind believes is virtually indestructible?
So they're telling you that the warranty is indestructible, right? But they're not.
No,
buying
that's a vehicle that they're purchasing. Let's say we sell Hondas out here. Hondas, basically, the majority of people will purchase a Honda because of the dependability, the reliability.
Those Honda buyers, man, they're freaking loyal. I love it. I love it, man. They think they're driving around a tank. I love it. Well, cool, man. That's awesome. So here's what I want you to do. So let me ask you this: Do you drive a Honda?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Did you buy the warranty yourself?
Absolutely.
Okay, good. Did you buy every single thing else that you offer?
No.
There's your problem, man. So if you guys go inside this part of the program, so one of the first steps inside the Cardone University, Grant talks about this big time. It's in Selling Basics. Okay, he talks about the most important sale right here. It's a whole program just about the most important sale, dude. Most people don't even own their own product. How are you gonna be able to sell a product that you're like, you know what, man? I don't need that. You know, like for me, I'm buried in Cardone University every single day. Okay, my income has a massive erection. Okay, how hard do you think I lean in on people to get this program? Because I've seen what it's done for me, right? So you need to be able, you need your products. You can't pitch your products if you don't have them. Right? So that would be step one. That's what I would do. I would pay attention to that. And so, guys, look, if you don't have your own products, then, how are you going to be able to like lean on somebody? Because if you think in your mind that, what I tell you from the beginning, urgency factor is more of a mental thing. You're right. And if you think in your mind that, hey, man, maybe I don't really need this, like, how are you going to be able to lean on somebody to make the right decision to buy it? Right? You don't even believe in it yourself. Right? So I want you guys to really take that away. LC, what I would do for you is I would suggest this. Number one, I'd go back to this. Hey, why? Why do you think that your vehicle, right? Like you think your vehicle is indestructible. Most people do. Okay. Now let me tell you, they invest in this product here because it allows it, in case a meteor hits the planet, for us to protect that indestructible vehicle, right? We need to find out like why. Hey, I understand you don't want to do this. Not everybody does. If you did it, why would you buy some insurance? Why would you buy that gap coverage? Let me ask you, have you ever ran into an instance where you had a wreck with the vehicle that you didn't have the gap insurance to cover the gap that you needed to fill in the loan from the money that you borrowed? I mean, you guys are on a freaking 92-month lease. Right? So I need to go back to that, and I need it to solve a problem, right? And so it's a little bit of money. It's no money each month. And then you go back and you actually look at, hey, what problem does that gap insurance solve, or that product that you're selling, or that warranty? Like, what does that solve? Like for me, dude, I buy it because, I don't have time. It's a time thing for me. I'll spend the money each month. I'm like, whatever, dude. Because I need somebody to handle all the other things that I don't have time to do, right? And so I want to remind them of that. And so I use it and I help build that urgency because I provide the relief. Okay, so LC, man, hey, keep cranking. Purchase your product, man. Go back to your deal. I need you to be your first sale today. And I guarantee you'll make more sales if you buy your own product and actually buy everything, dude. I'd buy the Z-Bar package. I'd go back. I'd buy everything. I'd get everything. I'd buy the extra car washes. And even if I worked at the dealership, right? So, hey, appreciate you calling in. I got, looks like I got David from Cali. David, what's happening?
Hey, Steve, how you doing?
I'm doing unbelievable, man. What can I help you out with today?
Well, first off, I just wanted to call in. I mean, I've been on Cardone University. Actually, you sold me Cardone University about 6 months ago. So it's been great. It's changed my life. My question for you is, after being on Cardone University, in my business, I've been a great producer, but I'm shifting to try to, build an agency. And so my question is, how could I help my team develop that urgency to kind of go out and win?
Well, I mean, how did you learn how to build urgency?
From Cardone University.
There you go.
And I've talked to them.
I mean, why would you hook up a Cardone University for your whole company?
I'm looking into it. Part of it is we're.
No, I know you're looking into it, dude. But why? Why would you do it?
Because the best place to get content. I've shared it with a number of other leaders in our local office, and just told them, there's just so many assets. So,
how much? Let me ask you this though. Let me ask you this: how much has it increased your sales for you personally over the past year?
Over the past year,
just the past year.
A lot. I haven't actually ran the comparison.
Yeah, but what's a lot, man? If you had to guess, in sales.
Probably 50% or more.
Another 50% or more, and in your business, what type of number is that? Is that another $100,000 in sales this year? Was that another $500,000, another $1 million in sales this year? I mean, what?
Let me see. I'd have to look back and count. I haven't.
If you had to,
looked at it completely. If I had,
if you had to guess, if you pulled a number out of a hat and told me it, what would it be?
In sales, it's around 200,000.
Yeah, good. So 200,000. And how many people are you guys trying to put on your team?
I've had 15 people join my team, and I've got a handful that are kind of active in it. It was a twin career for them, so.
Yeah, my man. So if you guys got another $3 million in sales per year, okay, could you make sense of a $40,000 investment over 3 years?
Well, absolutely.
My man. So how soon can we get you started?
Well, we'll have to talk about that later.
Yeah, we can. We definitely could talk about it later, but
my man out here in California, he's actually going to probably be coming down to chat with us. So
DB, my man. All right, man. Hey, all right, good. So what question can I ask, can I handle for you today? Because I want to make sure we get you taken care of for sure.
Well, the one especially recently has been, I want to push it off to the beginning of the year. I don't want to do that until the beginning of the year.
Is there anything in your business that you're pushing off till the beginning of the year?
Not personally. I'm running hard till the end of the year. I'm packing it in, so.
You're not putting off Cardone University for your team until the beginning of the year.
Not till the beginning of the year.
Yeah, good. So what I want you to do, man, is I want you to do this. Look, handle that objection up front, dude. Handle it. Look, tell people, build some urgency, man. Tell them, hey, look, I know you guys want to wait till next year. I know you want to wait till the beginning of the year. We could definitely do that. Okay. Let me explain to you what you get when you get my program, right? You get a benefit from the results immediately, right? Guys, the close is not for you. It's not for your commission. The close is not for you. The close is for your customer. They can't ever benefit from what you do until you close them down, until you start building some urgency. This is why I got to get back to the why. Hey, why did you even talk to me in the first place? I've been talking to you for 6 months. Okay. I know that you're not trying to make a rash decision, but sir, at this point, after 6 months, there's no way possible this could be a rash decision, right? I need to build some urgency inside this deal. Then I need to solve the guy's problem. I need to find the why, handle it. I need to find out what's the real problem. What does your product do that actually solves the problem for this guy? And then I need to build some relief, man. Dude, the guy at the end of he just took a beating over 2016, man. That's why he's trying to find out, look, man, how can you help me solve this one problem And now you're going to provide some relief for them. So, sir, we could definitely push this off until 2017, okay? But I know a guy like you knows that, look, this type of problem, we can't deal with this any longer. So we could extend this problem, but look, man, how long do you want to wait, okay? Because, I mean, I'll be here next year, but we could handle this today. You know, so I need to build some urgency inside that deal. So, David, hey, man, let's get your team hooked up on Cardone University. That way we got everybody cranking. Okay, everybody. That way you blow up 2017, man. So I got another caller from looks like Kansas. I got Sissy from Kansas, Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Hey, Kansas, Arkansas. However, you know, that's my team's fault, not yours. How's it going today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing unbelievable. I like that accent. How can I help you out?
Well, everybody likes my Arkansas accent.
That's right. That's right. I like it.
Well, I've got a company in which I sell entertainment. It's artists who, you know, they've had gold and platinum hits, so they're well known. And what I was wanting to find out today is when I make cold calls, you know, to people I've never worked with, like casinos or new theaters, people that, you know, I've never done business with.
Uh-huh.
You know, of course, first thing I do is introduce myself and my company, and I tell them I would like to send them promotion material on some artists that I represent. Excuse me. And they said, yes, go ahead and send it to me. And they give me their email address, and I'll try to find out, you know, how large their theater is and how many seats. That way I can tell what size of an act, you know, that they can afford.
Yeah. So what's the hardest part about your job?
The procrastination on the customer's part. They say, well, I'll look over.
Let me ask you this, and this is great. So I think a lot of people, you know, they want to blame the customer. They want to say, hey, look, you know, you know, it's always the customers want to wait, they want to drag it out. You know, I mean, the reality is that, you know, look, it's the salesperson. You know, it's a salesperson. So this is so what Sissy's saying, hey, dude, I figured out an area of my business where I can get better. I can help build some urgency in actually doing the deal. And like, why? So did you take notes from today's phone call?
Well, I've been trying to keep the volume down. The volume down for when you came on. I didn't want to get the feedback, but I've been trying to write down some notes as I'm hearing.
Okay, yeah. So hey, step one is like handle the why. Like, why'd they even take the call with you in the first place?
Right.
Right. I want to find out. Like, okay, you know, you gave me, you know, the guy gave me 30 seconds on the phone call. Why did he do? He didn't have to do that.
Right.
Like that always goes through my mind, right? Like I got a guy who's like telling me, "Hey, look, man, you know, we don't need this. We're not interested. We're already using somebody else."
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still on the phone with the guy. I'm like, why am I still on the phone with this guy? Like I'm not hanging up on him. Why is he not hung up on me? Right? So I'm trying to figure out like why did they even take a look at your product in the first place, right? And so you're going to find that inside the sales process inside Cardone University. So John, actually go to this because I want to show everybody like. You know, dude, this is where you guys are really going to dig into the meat of this. Inside sales process, massive part of Cardone University. This is stuff that you're going to be looking at, guys, for a lifetime. This is something that you need in your arsenal all of the time. So inside fact finding, it's a whole piece of the program to figure out, hey, how do I actually dig the information out? That way I can figure out the full why, the full dominant buying motive. That way I can actually pitch what I do in a way that sells this person, builds some urgency. That way they're not freaking waiting forever to do this thing. Okay, so handle the why. The second thing is that you want to solve the problem. So you're going to find out that, dude, they got a problem. There's something that you can help solve. There's something that you can do on your end to be able to help them out. And so that's what you want to do. You want to be able to provide that relief, right? So that's what you're going to do to help build the urgency. So are you on Cardone University?
No, not yet.
Let me ask Sissy, when was the last time you spent time one-on-one with a hecto-millionaire?
Let me think. Well, I work in the entertainment business every day with these guys who've had gold and platinum hits, so they're very successful.
How many of them are helping you with your business?
There's a couple of them, but most of them, they tend directly with their own careers. So
okay, so this is something new. So you've probably picked up some good information from people before.
I have, yes.
I love that. I love that. We're doing a one-on-one special right now with Grant Cardone, the #1 sales trainer, business coach in the world. Mm-hmm. Yep. So you can get the lifetime access with that. So guys, look, hey, Sissy, appreciate you giving a call in, and let me know how I can help you out next week. I want you to go through that part of Cardone University, go through the fact-finding material so that way you can use it, and then take notes from today's call. Guys, look, handle the why. Okay, solve a problem and then provide the relief. And then, dude, you guys got to close the deal. You got to apply some pressure. So, guys, appreciate you tuning in this week. And look, we come to you every single Wednesday. We come to you at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to talk to you about how to take Cardone University and Cardone On Demand and how to use it for yourself and your business and take yourself to the next level to get your money right, your business right. Okay, before I jump off here, I want to talk to you guys. Man, something freaking huge is coming up. Right? This is the time of year when everybody's looking at like goals, man. Like, what did I do over the past 12 months? So if you're anywhere in the neighborhood of thinking, hey, I want to do 10 times better than what I did in 2016, if you're thinking about really stepping up this year, if you're asking yourself like, hey, man, when am I really going to turn this thing on? You know, you guys want to go back and look at my story? You guys want to go follow me? Find me on any social media, dude. You guys can find it. Look, hey, there was a point where I said, hey, at some point I need to get around the right people and I need to turn my freaking game on, right? And so, you know, if you're asking yourself that, and if you're trying to say, you know what, I'm ready. I'm ready. Look, we have put together an unbelievable lineup of speakers at the 10X Growth Conference. It's going to be in March 17th, 18th, and 19th. 3 days. Where you're going to be able to spend time with, look, Grant Cardone, Les Brown, okay, Kevin Harrington from Shark Tank, Frank Kern, guy does unbelievable marketing. He's look up Frank Kern, man. The guy's awesome. Tim Story, okay, works with Oprah, Lewis Howes, Andy Frisella, Bobby Castro. Okay, look, these guys they're all rock stars. They all run huge, massive businesses. So look, if you're looking to get around the right people, if you're trying to figure out like, hey, what are they doing to get to 50 mil a year? Or guys like, Brad Lee. We've got Elena Cardone is going to be there. Unbelievable. She's awesome. And Jared Glant, Tom Cummins. Look, these guys are doing 150 mil a year. If you're trying to figure out, hey, what are they doing in their business to get to that level? This is why we put together the 10X Growth Conference. So go to 10xgrowthcon.com. This is where we have access to the multiple levels. You know, look, some people say, hey, I want to get in the door. I'll do anything to get in the door. We created an exclusive ticket for those people. We've also created VIP access where you can actually meet the speakers. You can spend time with them. There's a premier VIP ticket where you guys can get in. You guys can actually go do a cocktail party. Okay, those tickets are almost gone. I don't even know if they're gone yet. I know we're getting really close to selling those out. So there's a handful left. Okay, you want to be able. I mean, this is an opportunity to really network with people who are doing unbelievable things in the world. I mean, you just don't have access to these types of people. So some of the other people that are going to be there, my man Roddy Chong, dude, this guy's unbelievable. I follow this guy on everything. Gloria Mayfield Banks. Okay, Danelle Delgado. Guys, these people are unbelievable speakers. They're unbelievable business people who are doing well. I got Jamie Shanks and I got JJ Jackentelli. Guys, look, 10xgrowthcon.com. You want to be there. And look, we're going to keep coming to you every Wednesday. Appreciate you guys coming to us every Wednesday this past 2016. Next year, things are going to be freaking crazy. We're going to keep coming live every Wednesday from the 305. And we're going to be here to help you guys out on CardoneUniversity.com. So, guys, thank you for your time. Take care. Have a great week, and we'll see you back here next week.